Welcome everyone, I'm the Hero, and today we're gonna talk about the kart racing game Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing Transformed. Whether the Sega is actually in the title, I'm not sure. The game was developed by Sumo Digital and released by Sega for PlayStation 3, Xbox 360 and Wii U in November 2012, and was also released for the PS Vita in December of the same year. The game was later released for Windows and Nintendo 3DS in 2013, and for iOS and Android in 2014 as well. This game is the 4th installment in the Sega Superstars series and the 8th racing game in the Sonic series. The game doesn't have a story, so on to the gameplay. As you can probably see, this game is a mascot racer, like so many others trying to be Mario Kart. It features 20 characters from various Sega franchises, Wreck-It Ralph, and real NASCAR driver Danica Patrick. What one word in the title, this word being transformed, changes in the game is actually a good bit. In this game, after a certain point, your vehicles will change to adapt to the environment, where your car will turn into a boat or a plane, or maybe it will turn from a boat to a plane. It depends on the track, of which there are 20 or so total, 60 new and 4 returning, as well as all of them having mirrored versions. The game features 4 single-player modes, these being World Tour, to which we'll come back in a bit, Grand Prix, where, as you probably guessed, you go through a set of tracks and get a certain amount of points, depending on how you've done. Time Attack, where you race ghosts, and the only one keeping you from trying to shave off more time off of your rest is yourself. And Single Race, which I hope is self-explanatory. Going back to World Tour, in World Tour, you go through the game's tracks, which are grouped into separate tours, though you won't only race on them, or rather, you won't only do so in a traditional way. In between races, the game has special events, which can be things like trying to pass a certain amount of checkpoints with a short time limit where your only way of adding time is to drift in the highlighted areas, trying to race against the clock in traffic, and finding a tank, among others. For doing these, as well as the races, you might get rewarded with 1 to 3 stars depending on the difficulty. You're collecting these stars because you unlock more characters with them. During these events, though mainly in races in my experience, you might pick up star coins. These coins allow you to buy buffs and items for your next race through everyone's favorite method, gambling! That was way too loud, wasn't it? Oh, wait, that's right. I haven't even really told you about what you do in races, have I? Well, you go fast, of course! But how does one achieve such a state, you might ask? I'd say there's 2 parts to it, if we don't count the addenda of don't hit the walls, don't get overtaken, and avoid the enemy items. These 2 parts being drifting and tricks. Drifting is pretty self-explanatory. The longer you drift, the bigger your boost, though it seems to cap out at level 3. If you hit walls, you might lose the boost, and getting hit by items is a definite loss. Tricks you do while airborne as a boat or car by flicking the right analog stick one way or any of the 3 others. With this, 1 flip is a level 1 boost, 2 flips are a level 2, and 3 or more give you a level 3 boost. This game being a mascot racer, of course, you get to use items. These can be offensive, like most of the game's items, defensive, which is really just a glove, and All-Stars. All-Stars are character-specific in animation, but they mostly do the same. They make you use your plane mode's speed in other parts of the game and make you immune to offensive items and obstacles. Some items, like the snowball, might also give you multiple shots, where say you can either shoot 1 snowball at a time to just hit people with them, or you can fire all shots at once to freeze whoever it hits. Which, as you could have probably guessed, give you better versions of the same items, like giving you 3 shots with the firework. As for the music and graphics, well, I'm not the biggest fan of electronic music, so I'm not the best person to ask about the soundtrack, but I'd say it's tolerable. The graphics are fine, the characters seem to retain their original art style more or less, so I don't really see a lot of reasons to complain. All in all, I'd say that this game is fine and it does what it sets out to do pretty good. With that, I hope you enjoyed this video, goodbye.